So the last topic is application. Okay, macam biasalah, selalu all the teknik-teknik yang basic teknik you have already learned, then last kali you apply application. So now application for conics is we use parameter to find tangent and chord of conic. Tangent and normal. Tangent and normal you have learned in form 4, form 5. Okay. At that time, awak belajar tangent and normal dekat mana? Dekat circle ya, sana? Yeah, I remember. Okay. You belajar, this is tangent, circle. Ya, semasa awak belajar circle. Okay. Then normal. Yeah, that is a 1 point here. Tangent touch the bulatan at 1 point. 1 point only ya belajar. Then normal adalah satu garisan 90 darjah. So this is normal. So tangent and normal, they are straight line. So straight line, the equation must be dalam bentuk y equals mx plus c. So if the question want to ask the equation of tangent, equation of normal, you must have the gradient. So now we are going to use the parametric equation to find the gradient dulu. So dia punya sequence we start from gradient of tangent. Okay, apa-apa hal you mesti cari gradient of tangent dulu. Then from gradient of tangent, you can find equation of tangent. Okay, then as normal, if you have the gradient of tangent, awak boleh mencari gradient of normal. Normal mesti dapat daripada tangent. Awak tak boleh cari gradient of normal sendiri. Okay, gradient of normal you take from gradient of tangent. After you have got the gradient of normal, then barulah awak boleh dapat equation of so macam ni. So dia punya flow adalah ini. So now we go to the objective is you want to find the equation of tangent, equation of normal. That is the one. So now we are going to apply the parametric equation. Actually, if we want to find gradient of tangent, dia ada banyak cara. One of the cara semasa awak dekat tingkatan 4-5, awak guna apa? Awak guna DYDX, is not? Okay, awak guna gradient sama dengan DYDX masa saya ingat. Tetapi kalau awak tengok you tengok parabola punya persamaan. Parabola punya persamaan dia y kuasa 2 kalau katakan 4ax. So if you want to find gradient, you need dy dx. Okay, dy dx yang biasanya awak belajar y equals 4x. So dy dx you can get 4 lah. But here you have kuasa 2. Ini awak belum belajar lagi. This one you learn in SEM 2. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so now in order to get the gradient, so we can use all the method that you have already learned. So far, the method you have already learned is chain rule or chain rule. So we are going to use chain rule based on the parametric equation. Okay, so now that's why we apply parametric equation to find gradient. Okay, so if the parametric equation of a conic is this one, okay, for example, I'll give you one example. One of the parametric equation is this one. Okay, for any parametric equation, you're given x like that, y like that. Means this one is x coordinate, this one is y coordinate, you know. So you can combine the xy menjadi satu point. Okay, so generally the coordinate point for the parametric equation yang ada parametric equation macam ni, so dia punya x adalah AT, dia punya y adalah 2AT. Okay, this is generally any point. This parametric equation, the parameter is t, ya. So t will change. A adalah constant. A dia takkan ubah. A takkan ubah. T adalah parameter. So A tak akan ubah, T yang ubah. But if you have a spatial point, okay, like spatial point P, spatial point Q. So when you come to a spatial point P, then the parameter akan ikut alphabet yang point P tu. So means the coordinate for point P, kita namakan dia sebagai A, P squared 2AP. Okay, ini parameter akan ubah mengikut point dia. Kalau tak ada, kalau dia couldn't T saja bermaksud sebarang. Then after that, if you have another spatial point Q, then dia punya coordinate, the parameter will ikut alphabet point dia. So Q, so T parameter menjadi Q. And so on. Okay, kalau saya tak tunjukkan kepada mana-mana point or secara general, so we use T. Okay, secara spatial kita ubah parameter mengikut point dia. Ini like that. Sama juga kalau you ada satu point R, then the coordinate is AR squared to AR and so on lah macam tu. Okay, this is the first one. Then second one, if the parametric equation, okay, sama juga lah ini. If you have a parameter equation like that, so generally the coordinate is CT C over T generally. And if you have a spatial point P, the parameter will change. A spatial point Q, parameter will change according to the name of the point. Okay. Then number 3, similarly if, okay, number 1, number 2 adalah when you are given the parametric equation, then you can get the coordinate point. Then number 3, secara reverse process, if the question gives you a coordinate point like that, then from this coordinate point, same thing, you can find the parametric equation also. Because x and y, this is x, this is y. So the parametric equation is x equals 2. Okay, the P we change to general form, we use T. Because P follow P. Okay, P dia akan ikut T. This is the spatial point. So when we want to go to general form, we use T and Y is T squared. So you will get the parametric equation for this conic. Dua-dua. Either you're given parametric, then you can get the coordinate, or you're given the coordinate, then you can get the parametric equation. Dia saling berkaitan. And number 4, one of the reasons for using parametric equation is to make the process of differentiation of the conic section becomes easier. Okay, if you don't change to parametric equation, then you differentiate. You have to use implicit differentiation that you are going to learn in term 2. Awak belum belajar lagi. So in this case, you need to change to parametric equation. Kenapa? Sebab if you change to parametric equation, then the gradient of the tangent you can do by using chain rule. Chain rule you have already learned in 4.5. That's why we use. If you don't change to parametric equation, that is implicit formula, then you have to do implicit differentiation that is you learn in term 2. So dengan itu dalam sem 1 we don't use implicit differentiation and we use chain rule. So if you want to use chain rule, you have to use parametric equation. Inilah. Ini dia, chain rule. Okay, so chain rule you have learned already. So chain rule, like listen. So according to, once you have got the dy dx, dy dx is the gradient. So you can use the persamaan untuk find equation. So this one is gradient. This is the point. I remember one thing, if you have a curve, 1 point, okay. 1 point, you have only one tangent and one normal. 1 point, you have one tangent and one normal sahaja, dia tak ada banyak-banyak. Ini, this is very important basic. Remember, 1 point you have only one gradient, one tangent and one normal. Itu konsep yang sangat penting. 1 point you cannot have two tangent and so on. Ini sangat penting. So you must have the point, coordinate point. Ini coordinate point yang then only you can buat dia punya equation. Then after equation of tangent, now you want to find the equation of normal. Okay, so you from just now you have got the gradient of tangent. Okay, so because the relationship between normal and the tangent is 90 degree, what? So you can use this one, m1 times m2 is equal to 1. So m1 consider as dy dx is gradient. Darab gradient of normal that you are going to use, you are going to find. The jawapan adalah -1. We apply this one. Okay, so now you want to find the gradient of normal. So you simply use -1 divided by dy dx. So -1 divided by dy dx. So when you simplify, ini dapat ini. Okay, so once you get the gradient of normal, then again you can find the equation of normal. Okay, this one will be continued in detail in SEM 2. So far we just use the chain rules. Alright, so now we go to example. So I give you one example only. Alright, so now we go to example by using chain rule. And later we are going to use other method. Because chain rule you have already learned in Form 4, Form 5. So, okay, so example this one. Okay, find the general equation of the tangent and normal. So first, you must tangent first. Tak boleh cari normal dulu. Because normal dapat daripada tangent. So in order to find the equation of tangent, you must find the gradient of tangent. Because y equals mx plus c. So you must find the gradient first. So because you have so many gradients, so many equation, so you kena tulis baik-baik. Sekarang saya nak cari apa. So now I want to find the gradient of tangent. Tulis baik-baik. Perkataan ini kena dituliskan sebab awak ada banyak gradient, awak ada banyak equation. So you have to write in clear. Now you want to find what? Okay, now I want to find the gradient of tangent. So to find the gradient of tangent, I need dy dx. So I don't have dy dx, I have only x is equal to 4t. I have only y is equal to 4t. So now, so you have to differentiate x with t. So it is dx dt. 4. So now dy dt. Okay, because this one is t, so dt. So when differentiate, you should get -4t squared. You get this one. Macam mana you dapat ini? Sebab sebelum differentiate, you shift the t up. Then you can differentiate this t. -1 turun. Darab dengan 4. Then t. -1 minus 1. So after that 4t -2. So -2 turun bawah. Okay. then you get this one. Okay, I think some of you have already forgotten. So then you get this one. All right, now we want to find gradient. Gradient is dy dx. Gradient of tangent. So according to chain rule, dy dx using chain rule, y and x dipisahkan, then di antara ini dimasukkan dengan huruf parameter. So parameter is t. Okay, so now you have all this information dy dt you take from here. Okay. Then for this one, you jangan directly masuk 4 lah. Sebab apa? Sebab ini adalah dx dt, but what you want here is dt dx. Maksud you terbalikkan ini sajalah. Okay, terbalik you akan dapat 1/4. Okay, tengok sini dia terbalik. Alright, then finally you simplify. Okay, so this one is the gradient of the tangent. But lah you kena sangat berhati-hati ya. If the question never mention anything, gradient of tangent, you put it in term of t. But some of the question there was special mention, find the gradient of tangent in terms of upper. In terms of y ke, in terms of x ke. Then in this case, you have to substitute t either with x or either with y. If the question say in terms of x, you substitute dengan x. If the question say in terms of y, then you have to substitute, tukar. Inilah you tukar. Faham tak? So this question, they never mention anything. So you leave the gradient of the tangent like that. Because the question asks for equation sahaja. Okay, so now we want to find the equation. Okay, so to find the equation, you need a point, is it not? You need a point. So they give what point? They give the point P. Tapi dia tak bagi coordinate. And just now I already told you, the coordinate mengikut dia punya parameter. So now I want to add point P. P apa koordinatnya? So according to X adalah 4T. So now ditukar. Koordinatnya 4P. Okay, at this point. The coordinate is here. Now you boleh cari dia punya equation. So equations. Tulis dengan jelas you have to tell people now you're doing what, because we have two equations. So now I want the equation of tangent. So y minus y1. Y1 you ambil dari sini. So gradient. Okay. Gradient sama juga t akan diubah. Okay, ataupun you tulis di sini. At point P, okay, gradient is -1/P kuasa 2. Dia ikut parameter, dia ikut. So ini T adalah secara general. So 1/P kuasa 2 and X tolak X. Macam tu. So the parameter will change ikut dia punya titik. So then after that you simplify sahaja. Alright, so simplify. Okay, kita nak simplify pecahan lah. Kita tak mau pecahan. So kita semua sekali darab P kuasa 2. Ini darab P kuasa 2, ini darab P kuasa 2, ini darab P kuasa 2. So bila darab P kuasa 2, so ini dapat P kuasa 2Y. Ini darab P kuasa 2. Awak dapat 4P. Ini darab P kuasa 2. Tinggal ini. Dan kembangkan. Then shift everything to the left hand side, becomes general form. So finally, okay. So that is the equation of tangent here. Okay, up to here, anything you not ask? Tak ada? Kalau tak ada, kita teruskan. Okay, now apa lagi? Kita nak buat normal. Okay. Macam mana nak tukar daripada gradient of tangent kepada gradient of normal? Okay. Gradient of tangent kalau dia adalah negatif 1 per T kuasa 2. Okay, this one is gradient of tangent. Nak tukar kepada gradient of normal. Okay, so you tukar 2, 1 tukar positif negatif. Okay, kalau negatif you tukar pada positif. Kalau positif tukar pada negatif. Since this one is negative, now this one is positive. The other thing is you terbalikkan yang belakang ini. So means normal adalah ini. Kalau tangent adalah T kuasa 2. Okay, so you terbalik dua benda. Satu daripada positif ke negatif. Satu you terbalikkan nombor ini. Macam tu. Alright. Kalau gradientnya adalah 2x campur y per y. Kalau lah. Okay. Then dia punya normal adalah apa?
Negative y over 2x plus y.
Macam tu. Faham konsepnya? Kalau tukar balik sama juga. Okay, now we go back to here. So since the gradient of tangent adalah ini, so you can directly ambil. Tak payah buat apa-apa. So you say, tapi you kena tulis dengan jelas this is one. Ni apa? Gradient of normal is equal to, terus ambil. It should be positive T kuasa 2. Okay. Then T kuasa 2 adalah general. Okay, so ataupun you nak tulis gradient of normal at. Terus at point P. So you terus guna P. Masa tu tak payah. So if you use T, dia cuma general saja. Okay, at the special point, normal at P kuasa 2. Kita ambil dari sini. Okay, kalau point P, dia P pula. Okay, so after you have got the gradient, now equation. So ini kena tulis dengan jelas. Because we have two kinds of equation. Now you want to calculate equation of what? So you have to write in. Okay, so gunalah formula yang sama. Y minus, okay, y minus y1. Now the gradient x minus, okay, then tinggal you simplify saja. Okay, so sekarang awak ada pecahan, hilangkan pecahan. Kalau nak hilangkan pecahan, semua kena darab P. So bila darab P, okay, hapuskan pecahan dulu. Kita tak mau deal with pecahan. So kembang. Dan semua susun di sebelah kiri. Okay, so this is the Equation of normal. Okay, up to here. So selesai kita punya tugas. Okay, anything you want to ask up to here? Remember, if you want to say gradient of tangent gradient of normal, you have to mention at what point. Because the curve yang sama, okay, curve yang sama, gradient dekat point P dengan gradient dekat point P dia lain. So yeah, satu bulatan dia ada banyak point. This is point S. Banyak gradient. Banyak tangent. Ini pun tangent, ini pun tangent, ini pun tangent, ini pun tangent, ini pun tangent. So you kena cakap tangent dekat mana. So tangent at point P macam tu. Alright, up to here. Okay, kalau tak ada saya teruskan. Dia punya teori banyak sikit. Okay. So by using chain rule sampai inilah. Okay, sekarang saya nak teruskan by using other method.